So a lot of us miss a lot of different things from Overwatch 1. Some major things, some small things. Maybe it's memories, maybe it's friends. Uh, I don't really know. There's quite a few things I miss. Quite a lot of things I like in Overwatch 2 that I prefer over Overwatch 1. Um, but there are quite a handful of things that I really wish were in Overwatch 2 that were in Overwatch 1 that, in my opinion, don't change the gameplay or are too drastic to implement. And so that's why I'm trying to point these out. These are small things that I think Overwatch could add back. That would just make the game feel more alive, more polished again. So starting off is portraits around your character. Now, these are stuff that, every Overwatch 1 player probably loved having as well, especially if you got to the really shiny platinum ones or whatever they were, with all the different stars on them. They were just a cool way of knowing who's wasted their life more, just seeing who's played the most. I never got too far on mine. I never got past bronze on it, but I do think they were cool to have, and they were definitely something that makes you want to play more, even if it's a really small thing. It's something, and I do think they could add these back in not the way that necessarily they were before. The progression level we got does come with a little icon, and my idea was maybe you just make that little progression level sort of the border, that's the backdrop to your character. It's maybe not that interesting, but I think that could be interesting to make your progression level more visible in a way as a portrait or border or whatever. I think that is a better way of doing it, really. I think that could look cool, and it's using assets that are already in the game, so it would be a really small thing. I just really liked the portraits, and it felt nice to play. And bottom left, you have a cool little shiny portrait or whatever. Another idea for what they could do with that is rank portraits, at the end of a season. If you've won 50 games or you've won 100 games, this is something Paladins even does. If you end a season, so say you end the season plat, right, you get a border that you can equip that is a platinum border for that season or whatever, or just in general, and then you equip it and boom, you have a plat border. That's it. I doubt they'll do that, but I think that'd be really cool, especially if it's different every season. I doubt they'll do that because their seasons are really short, whereas in Paladins, you have really long, the seasons are about a year long, like League, so it's a bit different. But I think that could be really cool. Or they could straight up just come up with new ones, and just release the new bronze, silver, plat ones again, for new people for Overwatch 2, which could be cool. My other thing I really want are ranks to be displayed again, when you're in a comp game, obviously. So when you used to press tab, you could see all the little rank icons everyone had, but on their portraits, which were really cool. And I've always thought you might, okay, if you don't want people to know everyone's rank, you might as well be able to see your own one. That could be fine. Just again, a little at the bottom, just have a little diamond, have a little masters. I don't care. Our team spends time on these nice little icons they make. Why not, plop them down in the portrait? It could be fun. You might as well put it there. Do you know what I mean? I think they might as well. It's just cool. That's it, really. I think I'm not top 500, but top 100 players, I think it's even better, especially if they've seen everyone. Because if you're logging in and you're seeing, say the guy is top 100, doesn't really mean anything. But if you say he's rank 1, the game might become sweatier. The game might become what? You see, you're rank 2 and you're against the rank 1 or whatever. You're like, okay, well, if I win this, I could be rank 1 or whatever. It's just being able to see those numbers on the board is really nice, especially even when I'm watching a streamer or whatever, and I get to see, oh, he's rank 2 at the moment, or rank 16 at the moment. I think that's just nice. You might as well do it, especially because these assets are in the game. It's just putting a number down there or whatever. Just add it. I think it's cool. My other thing, card voting. Although I never really voted on cards towards the end of Overwatch 1 because it just stops mattering. I mean, it never matters, but again, it's another one of those things where you might as well have it. I think it's just kind of something unique to Overwatch, and it's kind of cool to have. It might as well be there. And you can tie endorsements into it as well. I think, you know, just put the endorsement screen on there. You might even do different types of cards where it's not just highlights. You might vote like, you might be able to see everyone vote for like the player with the most this, the player with the, like, or whatever. Or if, I mean, I don't know if they have a combat score type thing, but if there was like an MVP of the game, or if everyone votes for an MVP, I just think these things could be cool. Just small little things at the end of the game. Just trial them. They don't do anything to the gameplay. They don't ruin the game. Even if they kind of suck and are boring, no one will use them then, and then it doesn't matter. It's not like it takes up resources. It's just kind of a cool thing to have, in my opinion. I think new players also like them. Like, trying to get, you know, your card voted 5 times or 10 times. Can 10 times vote happen? Yeah, you can vote yourself. It's only 12. Yeah. But that would require every single person in the lobby to vote for you now, including yourself. So, I don't know. Maybe just to make it lower votes. Another thing that I really miss is the rank progress screen. Now that I play comp more in Overwatch 2 than I did in Overwatch 1, I really miss the end of the game screen. Especially when you got promoted. There was just so many cool animations happening. All the purple effects everywhere. It just all looked cooler. I'll explain it. You got to see your total of comp points in the middle go up. Obviously there was SR, so you saw your SR go up. And it was just a nicer screen than right now where it's sort of just some bar. And there's no real art around it. It's just a bar with your rank at the top. I just think you could add more to it and make it like a cooler animation, add some effects. Again, these are nothing to change the game. It's just nice. It makes it feel nicer to play the game. It makes it feel more like proud almost to show the game. It's like, yeah, look what we have. Like right now we just have a boring ass system. It's like you might as well be Valorant at this point. Valorant doesn't even have a screen. It just kind of has a scoreboard, and at the top you get to see your RR go up. It's like, yeah, just add it. Just add it. I don't know how popular of a take this is, but I want Old Bastional back. Old Bastional is so much better than the one now, and so much more fun. Like, it's not just that I want a better at Bastional. I don't really want the character to be strong. It's just the configuration for it wasn't even that crazy. Like, it actually required you to be pretty good. I sucked at Bastions. I got nothing out of it. But all those cool little Bastional jumps, and then jumping off the thing, booping themselves up, hitting airborne, and it's just such a cool ult. You're just missing a part of Bastion. Like, you just might as well. I don't get what was wrong with his old ult. Why wouldn't that work in 5v5? Like, it's just a cool ult. It's not like it's better or worse than the one he is now. I think he gets the same amount of value. Whatever. I'm not a Bastion player, so I don't actually really care. But it is fun. It's a fun ult. I like the clips, okay? I like the clips. That's one thing I want to mention about Overwatch 2. Overwatch 2 doesn't feel like it has as many epic clip moments. I think people will go, oh, it's because 6v6, the gameplay's changed. I think that's sure it's a factor, but I think it's mostly just we've done everything in the game. There's not really many cool moments to have. It's like you'll get a new player and they'll show me some like cool sleep they hit or some like I don't know what, like a hook off the map. It's cool and it's like yeah, it's like I've seen it. It's whatever. It's cool. But we're just numb to the game, I guess. Anyway, those were the main things. I think it's like 5 or 6 I said. And I just want those back. It would just it would actually make the game just so much more enjoyable. And it's not even a gameplay change. It's just nice things to have. Like, really, please add this type of thing back. I miss it. Especially some sort of portrait or rank display. Alright, personal things now. These are small little things I'm going to quickly go through that I don't really think they need a change back. And are bigger changes. And they're just like, I don't think they'll ever happen, and that's why I'm putting them here. So the first one is SR. Look, they've just changed the rank system again. If they went back to SR, they would again be admitting they were wrong, and I don't really think the team are about doing that. But whatever. SR was still better. This system is much better than the card system, but SR is still better. And SR is still there. You could just show it. It helps with scrims as well, because otherwise you can get like exact averages, and I mean it's a small thing, but I prefer SR. I prefer being able to say like, oh, I peaked 36.63 or something, right? Instead of saying, yeah, like Diamond 1 or whatever the hell that actually is, right? So yeah. The other thing was the shiny rank icons. I miss Diamond Masters GM being shiny. When I was in a little bronze player in Overwatch 1, I just wanted to be diamond so bad so I could have a shiny icon. That was all I wanted. The diamond was when it shined. And they took that away from me in Overwatch 2. So when I hit diamond, I was like, this looks like shit. This looks worse than the gold icon. Make it shine. Please, just make it shine. And on that note, I prefer the old rank icons by a landslide. They had so much more detail and like uniqueness and difference between them. The only one that didn't look good was maybe like Plat, because Plat was just silver but bigger. But that's exactly what Plat is anyway, so like Platinum players can cope. That being said, I'm D-ranking at tremendous rate, so I think I'm now just a Plat player, but it is what it is. The old rank icons were better, but at least make the new ones shiny. Like the Diamond Plus shiny. You know, hell, even make a Masters Plus now that Champion exists. At least make Champ shiny. Whatever. And then LFG, looking for the group. I half used it. I used it sometimes. I think in EU it kind of sucked because you had to like find a full English speaking thing, and it just rarely happened. And then you had to find like English speaking, your elo, your role, your. And then I play Sombra, and no one really wants that. So like. And then I also don't think LFG was more fun for just like when you're bored and you want to play with someone else randomly. Otherwise, I find it useful a tiny bit for ranking up, but most of the time you are held back if you're queuing with people that like. I know this sounds so terrible, but say you are gold and you deserve plat, and you're queuing with a bunch of golds that definitely deserve to be gold. You can't every game carry your way out. You probably won't rank up. The point is to have fun, but if you're here to rank up, LFG doesn't really work that well for you, I don't think. It can. It's nicer to queue with people. It's easier sometimes. But I find I win more by myself because I have more agency or whatever it is. I don't know. Like, I do more when I'm by myself. And there's the chance that your teammates actually are also really good. And so then you do really well. LFG's cool. I think you might as well have it back. And then the old menus looked better. I loved the like little triangles that would move, like when you were in the options and stuff. Like just everything just looked so nice and polished. Now it's gone for this like minimalist aesthetic that looks shit, and it just looks like every other generic shooter ever. Like Overwatch stood out so much with its art style, and I know they've probably laid off the entire art team, and so any chance of getting the Overwatch 1 stuff back is impossible because they don't know how to make it. But just something that's got more detail to it, please. I believe in you, art team. Give them the funding. Let them do it. And my own personal gripe, Old Sombra. I prefer Old Sombra. Shoot me all you want. Bring back like the 7-second hack or whatever it was, and place in a translocator and be able to see low health enemies through walls. Screw it. Bring back Old Sombra. Anyway, that's enough. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe. Yeah.